Imagine waking up to a sky where two suns rise, casting overlapping shadows and bathing Earth in an otherworldly glow. The concept of Earth having two suns isn't just science fiction. It's a real astronomical configuration known as a binary star system. In our universe, binary star systems are common, with many planets orbiting two stars instead of one, challenging our understanding of planetary habitability. If Earth were part of a binary system, the gravitational dynamics would be complex, potentially affecting our planet's orbit and stability. The additional gravitational pull from a second sun could lead to significant changes in Earth's axial tilt, impacting seasons and climate patterns. Temperature fluctuations might become more extreme, with hotter days and colder nights, depending on the star's positions and distances. Photosynthesis in plants could be disrupted due to altered light cycles, affecting the entire food chain and ecosystem balance. Animals, especially those reliant on specific light cues for behaviors like migration and reproduction, might struggle to adapt to the new environment. Nocturnal creatures could face challenges as nights become brighter, disrupting their hunting and mating routines. Marine life, particularly plankton that rely on light cues, could experience population shifts, impacting larger marine species and fisheries. Human circadian rhythms, which are closely tied to light and darkness, might be thrown off, leading to sleep disorders and health issues. Agricultural practices would need to adapt to the new light and temperature conditions, possibly requiring genetically modified crops. Energy consumption patterns could shift, with potential reductions in lighting needs, but increased cooling demands due to higher temperatures. The ozone layer might face increased stress from additional ultraviolet radiation, leading to higher risks of skin cancer and other health problems. Weather patterns could become more volatile, with increased occurrences of storms, droughts, or floods, depending on the new climate dynamics. Melting polar ice caps could lead to rising sea levels, threatening coastal communities and ecosystems. Desertification might accelerate in some regions, while others could experience increased rainfall, altering habitats and agricultural zones. Migration patterns of birds and other animals could change, leading to ecological imbalances and challenges in conservation efforts. The introduction of a second sun could also affect Earth's magnetic field, potentially increasing vulnerability to solar storms. Increased solar activity might disrupt satellite communications, GPS systems, and power grids, impacting modern technology and infrastructure. Astronomers would need to recalibrate their models and tools to account for the additional celestial body and its effects. Space exploration missions might face new challenges in navigation and energy requirements due to the altered solar environment. Cultural and religious perceptions of the sky and celestial events could undergo significant transformations. Art, literature, and folklore might evolve to incorporate the presence of two suns, influencing human creativity and expression. Historical records and calendars would need adjustments to align with the new solar cycles and timekeeping methods. Education systems would have to update curricula to teach the new astronomical and environmental realities. Economies might be impacted, with industries like agriculture, energy, and tourism needing to adapt to the changing conditions. Insurance sectors could see shifts in risk assessments due to increased natural disasters and health concerns. Global cooperation would be essential in addressing the challenges posed by the new dual-sun environment. Scientific research would become even more critical in developing solutions to the myriad issues arising from the second sun. Technological innovations might emerge to help humanity adapt, such as advanced climate control systems and sustainable agriculture techniques. Urban planning would need to consider the new light and heat conditions, possibly leading to redesigned cities and infrastructure. Public health initiatives would focus on mitigating the effects of increased UV exposure and disrupted circadian rhythms. Mental health services might see increased demand due to the psychological impacts of the altered environment. Legal systems could face new challenges in addressing property rights and environmental regulations in the changed world. Religious and philosophical discussions might arise, interpreting the second sun as a sign or symbol within various belief systems. Artistic movements could be inspired by the dramatic changes in the sky, leading to new genres and styles. Language and expressions might evolve, incorporating references to the dual suns in idioms and metaphors. Fashion and clothing industries could adapt to the new climate, promoting materials suitable for higher temperatures and UV protection. Transportation systems might need modifications to handle the altered environmental conditions, ensuring safety and efficiency. Food supply chains would require adjustments to account for changes in crop yields and agricultural practices. Water resources could become strained, necessitating improved conservation and management strategies. Biodiversity might suffer, with some species unable to adapt to the rapid environmental changes, leading to extinctions. Conservation efforts would need to intensify to protect vulnerable ecosystems and species. Medical research could focus on developing treatments for conditions exacerbated by increased UV exposure and heat. Social structures might shift as communities adapt to new living conditions and resource availability. Education and awareness campaigns would be crucial in helping populations understand and cope with the changes. Emergency preparedness plans would need to be updated to address the new types of natural disasters and health risks. International policies and agreements might be necessary to manage shared resources and coordinate responses to global challenges. Scientific exploration of other planets and moons could gain momentum as humanity seeks alternative habitats. Space colonization efforts might accelerate, driven by the need to find more stable environments for human survival. Philosophical debates could intensify regarding humanity's place in the universe and our relationship with nature. Art and culture would continue to reflect and process the profound changes in the human experience. Technological advancements might lead to breakthroughs in energy, agriculture, and medicine, spurred by necessity. Economic models could evolve to prioritize sustainability and resilience in the face of environmental upheaval. Political systems might undergo transformations as societies reorganize to address the new realities. Global unity could be fostered through shared challenges and collaborative problem-solving. Alternatively, resource scarcity and environmental stress might lead to conflicts and competition. Education systems would play a pivotal role in preparing future generations to navigate the transformed world. Scientific literacy would become increasingly important in public discourse and decision-making. Media and communication channels would need to adapt to disseminate accurate information and counter misinformation. Community resilience programs could help populations build adaptive capacities and support networks. Mental health support would be essential in addressing the psychological impacts of the environmental changes. Cultural preservation efforts might focus on maintaining traditions and identities amidst the transformations. Innovations in architecture and urban design could create more sustainable and livable environments. Renewable energy sources would gain prominence as societies seek to reduce dependence on vulnerable infrastructures. Agricultural practices might shift towards vertical farming and hydroponics to maximize efficiency and adaptability. Water purification and desalination technologies could become critical in ensuring access to clean water. Public transportation systems might be redesigned to be more energy efficient and climate resilient. Disaster response strategies would need to be enhanced to address the increased frequency and severity of natural events. International collaborations in science and technology could drive progress and innovation. Ethical considerations would arise in decisions about resource allocation and environmental interventions. Legal frameworks might need to evolve to address new environmental and societal challenges. Philosophical and spiritual explorations could offer solace and meaning in the face of change. Artistic expressions would continue to capture and interpret the human experience in the dual-sun world. Education would emphasize interdisciplinary approaches to problem-solving and innovation. Community engagement and participation would be vital in shaping adaptive and inclusive responses. Resilience and adaptability would become core values in societies navigating the transformed environment. Scientific research would continue to explore the implications of the dual suns on Earth's systems. Technological advancements would aim to mitigate negative impacts and enhance quality of life. Cultural exchanges could foster mutual understanding and shared solutions across diverse populations. Policy making would need to be informed by scientific evidence and inclusive dialogue. Economic systems might prioritize sustainability and equitable resource distribution. Healthcare systems would adapt to address emerging health challenges and disparities. Education would focus on equipping individuals with skills for adaptability and innovation. Media and storytelling would play a role in shaping narratives and fostering resilience. Community initiatives could drive grassroots solutions and foster social cohesion. Global networks and partnerships would be essential in addressing transnational challenges. Environmental stewardship would become a collective responsibility and priority. Technological integration in daily life would increase to manage environmental conditions. Civic engagement and participation would be crucial in shaping responsive governance. Cultural resilience would be supported through the preservation and adaptation of traditions. Social innovation would drive new approaches to community well-being and development. Interdisciplinary collaboration would be key in addressing complex, interconnected challenges. Adaptive leadership would guide societies through uncertainty and transformation. Empathy and compassion would be central in fostering inclusive and supportive communities. Lifelong learning would be encouraged to navigate evolving knowledge and skills demands. Digital technologies would facilitate connectivity and access to information. Creative arts would continue to inspire and reflect societal shifts. Environmental education would promote awareness and action for sustainability. Inclusive policies would aim to address systemic inequalities exacerbated by environmental changes. Collaborative governance models could emerge to manage shared resources and challenges. Resilient infrastructure would be designed to withstand environmental stresses. Public-private partnerships might drive innovation and resource mobilization. Global solidarity would be essential in facing shared existential threats. Human ingenuity and cooperation would be tested and showcased in adapting to the dual-sun reality. The journey would be marked by challenges, but also by opportunities for growth and transformation. Ultimately, Earth's survival under a second sun would depend on our collective ability to adapt, innovate, and support one another. The resilience of life and the human spirit would be central to navigating this unprecedented chapter in our planet's history. Our shared experiences and collaborative efforts would shape the future of life on Earth under the gaze of two suns. As we contemplate this possibility, we are reminded of the importance of stewardship, unity, and the enduring quest for knowledge. The story of Earth with two suns would be one of adaptation, resilience, and the unyielding drive to thrive amidst change.